Maido! Hi there, Japan fans. In today's show, we are going to be looking at breaking a few eggs to make an omelette. That's going to be exciting. Preseno Master Shimasho. This is the fourth year of the Presentations Japan series podcast. We are beaming around the world to you from sunny Minato-ku here in Tokyo. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guy, committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Train Japan, a best-selling author. 2 times now, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery. My new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be available early this year, 2021. Now, through this podcast, I want to help you to become a better speaker who is clear, confident, persuasive, and highly influential with those around you. Now, don't forget to subscribe, and not only that, but also share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. Now, we're not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we do value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn. Unlike many other hosting organizations, Libsyn have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here's our daily lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesday, the Presentations Japan series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Touches in no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan series. Every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcasto. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. Now, this is episode number 222, and we're talking about breaking the rules by choice when presenting. Many people break the rules of presenting, usually unknowingly. They have Johari Window style blind spots where others know they are making mistakes, but they themselves are oblivious and just don't know. This is extremely dangerous because when you don't know, you keep hardening the arteries of your habit formation. It is diabolically difficult to break out of those habit patterns once formed because you become comfortable with substandard performance. On the other hand, breaking them for effect is very powerful and can be a tremendous differentiator in a world of mainly tedious presentations. There's an old saying that to break the rules, you need to know the rules. Presenting is the same. Breaking them unwittingly or in ignorance is not the same thing as a conscious, well-informed professional choice. Let's take some rules and break them on purpose. The berserker stage fiend is the presenter who wears a furrow in the stage as they pound across from left to right over and over again throughout the presentation. This is normally derived through a combination of heightened nerves and low self-awareness. They're not tuned in to how much of all of this pointless striding backwards and forwards is diminishing the power of their message. Moving with purpose is fine, but incognito and hyperactivity is not. We can, however, for effect, suddenly explore dynamic activity on stage to drive home a point. For example, if we were to relate the story of the leadership team's panic over the nail-biting 90% drop in revenues thanks to lockdowns caused by COVID-19, we could suddenly start pacing furiously across the stage. We mimic and then exaggerate the emotions of that moment. We move on stage in this way with the intention to demonstrate the sheer scale of the dilemma and the psychological impact it was having on the leaders. We wouldn't be doing this throughout the whole speech. That would engender an audience meltdown. For a minute or two, it is a dramatic reenactment of the fear, frustration, and sense of doom's arrival that everyone was feeling. Together, we bring forth a dialogue of distress, fusing it with the frantic on-stage pacing movements. The galactic black hole presenter sucks all of the energy out of the room. They completely break contact with their audience. This time, the desired effect is one of total despair, all hope lost, no solutions available, and facing massive, unforgiving defeat. The speaker drops all eye contact, stares at the floor about a metre in front of them, and drops their chin onto their throat so that they are looking downward at an accentuated, sharp angle. The shoulders hunch over, and the body energy is reduced to a minus number. The voice is frail, catching, weak, whispering, but still audible. You definitely need a microphone to pull this one off. With this in-character rendition of the replay of the horrific experience, we exaggerate for effect. This is not something we should sustain for too long or do too often. It works best as a single, short-duration, audience undermine effort. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public courses, but we also do custom in-house programs. We do them live online. We do them in our super safe classroom. We do them in Japanese and we do them in English. Now, today's show is sponsored by, on the 5th of February, and our professional leadership series, Communicating with the 4 Personality Styles. Also on the 5th of February, we're doing conflict management. On the 12th of February, we're doing disagree agreeably. And also on the 12th of February, we're doing time management. Check out our website for more details at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. To do better in Japan, email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching videos, well, we've got over 1,000 for you there at Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We're releasing 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premiere business show in Japan, comes out every Monday, Tokyo time. Fridays, we have the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Sundays, we release Japan's top business interviews. This is where I interview leaders from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on the topic of leading in Japan. Every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And you can get my book, The Bible on Selling, Japan Sales Mastery, and also Japan Business Mastery, both on Amazon, both bestsellers. And my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be available early 2021. Welcome back. The hoop and holler presenter goes way over the top. Sometimes you see comedians use this device. They employ the micro psycho rant at top volume to drive home the point. This energy rocket differentiates the point being made from all that has gone before. In this age of distraction, an era of cynicism, holding audience attention has become a zero-sum game between the presenter and the punter's handheld phone. Either we keep them with us, or they slip into the magnetic field embrace of internet access. For these reasons, in telling the story, we might want to imitate on stage an explosion which took place back at the executive suite, or it might be the reenactment of a big client meltdown of epic proportions. We become overly dramatic for dramatic effect. Yelling at your audience isn't normal behavior. We have to set it up and then move into character to pull it off. It has to be a crescendo, It peaks, then subsides back to normality. But for those few seconds, we are going all out to flag the key message we want to bring to everyone's attention. Voice, gestures, and body language are combining for the big combust. Pacing like a frantic madman, ignoring completely or totally yelling at our audience are radical ideas in presenting. These pivots break the rules, but when required, may help us to break through to our audience. It will depend on the context of the topic, the audience, and the event as to whether these big guns would be employed. At least we need to have them in our armory should we want to call on them. Choosing them with purpose and doing them without intelligence are divergent universes. We know the rules perfectly, but we choose to break them on our terms and at our pleasure. When fully congruent with the points we are making, they work for us in ways other presenters cannot match in the major messaging stakes. Did you get value from today's show? If you did, then share the love around with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast on iTunes. Until the next episode, go out there and apply the learnings from today and become a presentations legend amongst your circle. Thank you for listening, and please tune in next week. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy. I'm in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.